So, good evening. I'm saying evening again. Sod it. I'm going to keep it going. Anyway, as you can see by the title, Mesut Ozil is linked with both Milan clubs. AC Milan and Inter Milan are both said to want him. Reports going around the Italian press right now suggest that we're in talks with a loan deal to either of them, as well as Fenerbahce. We spoke about that the other day, back end of last week. I am late. I know. I do apologise. I've literally had all day to set this stream up, and I still turn up 15 minutes late. Pretty much sums up my life. I'm late for everything. But yeah, he is linked with both Milan clubs, and I think it'd probably be a good move for him to go to Italy. It'd look pretty decent in Italy because I've always said this, and I don't want to keep going over the same rubbish all the time, but it is a talking point. It is in the media right now. And he has only started 2 games for Arsenal, so why wouldn't we speak about it? But I've always said that he's never been suited to the Premier League. It's always been a bit too quick for him, and a little bit too physical for him. Over in Spain, when he played for Madrid under Jose, Jose always subbed him off after about 60 minutes. Always, every single game, he got the best out of him for 60, 65 minutes, then subbed him. But we've not really seen that Ozil that would run past a man, like chase players down. Jose did get the best out of him. That was the best Ozil I've seen since he's had a career in football. He was good in Germany before that, but he elevated himself up to being a top draw player when he played for Real Madrid. Obviously, it does help when you've got 3 decent forwards in front of you and decent players behind you. But at the same time, you've got to somehow take a game by the scruff of the neck. And he used to do that at Madrid, even with all them quality players. There was times where I used to watch Madrid and he was the best player on the park. I don't feel I've really seen that since he's come to Arsenal. Yeah, we see it in like fits and bursts here and there, but he's slowly just dropped down the pecking order. And with the recent comments from Raul Sanheli the other day, when he was asked at the fans forum about Ozil, and he said that he's just not doing enough in training. There's other players that are more deserving of it. And that kind of sums up what has happened to his career at Arsenal. It's just fizzled out. And, the contract he was given, I was dead against it at the time. I understand why they gave him a contract that big. I understand why they kept him. Obviously, they didn't want to lose Sanchez and him at the same time. So they panicked. And that sums up the mismanagement of this football club for a decade. They basically just chucked a load of money at the wrong person. Maybe we should have kept Sanchez. Who knows? Maybe we should have got rid of both of them, started again. But one thing I will say is that I personally do think he is going to go in January. I think it's pretty much nailed on he's going to go. Whether that's to Milan, either of the Milans, or whether that's to Fenerbahce remains to be seen. I'm sure he'll have offers from America, China, places like that as well. But 100%, I'm adamant he's going in January. And that will free up a massive amount of money, £18 million a year saved by not paying him. Whether we have to pay towards that loan deal, I don't know. I'd imagine so until his contract expires maybe. So maybe if we paid half of it, it still frees up £9 million, which could then go towards another player. Maybe another centre-back, maybe another midfielder, maybe a defensive midfielder, maybe another winger. Who knows? But I'm sure this is going to rumble on all the way through till the end of the transfer window in January. Which reminds me, I know we're not quite in December yet, but the 1st of December, I will be starting daily transfer update again. 1st day of December, I'll be doing that all through December and all through January. And I'll be doing a stream on deadline day as usual, like I did the summer as well. But also, it's going to be another long week because we don't play until Monday night and we've got Sheffield United on Monday. So it seems like this international break's just taking forever to pass. But England are playing tonight. I will not be doing a watch-along for that. Can't do one tonight. But I will be back at 9 o'clock as usual with another stream. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, just to before I answer some of your comments and that, just to clarify with Ozil, listen, people say I've got an agenda and I've got this and I've got that. The only agenda is for Arsenal Football Club to be better. I think that's without him. So hopefully he does go. Hopefully he does get off the wage bill, and hopefully that pushes the club forward. Because as Kenny Ken, big up Kenny Ken, says, the club is the star, and it's as simple as that. There's nobody at the club bigger than the football club. It's as simple as that. So anyway, 250 people watching. Do drive the likes up for me. That does help. A lot of people asking me about my Twitter account. I ain't quit it. because of any hate comments or anything like that. I'm just bored of the same rubbish on it day in, day out. Ozil in, Ozil out. Emery in, Emery out. Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. It's boring. Ain't interested in it. I've simply just had enough of it. It's not like it used to be when I set the account up. So yeah, I've basically just had enough of it. And for anyone who hasn't read my last couple of tweets, I am actually moving to Spain, and this is now my full-time job. So I want to say thank you very much to everybody who has helped along the way to build this channel up to what it is. It's nearly on 30K, which is mad. It's not even been a year since I set this account up. Next month will be a year, the end of next month. So for me to have been able to quit my job, which, by the way, I earn a lot of money doing that job, a hell of a lot of money. I'm not saying I earn the same money now, because I don't, but I'm in a position where I have earned a lot of money over the years. I've saved a lot of money, and I can now go and do what I want to do and travel where I want to travel to. And I am moving to Spain on the 1st of November. So thank you very much to everyone who supported me all the way through it. A couple of little rude comments here and there don't affect me one little bit. Listen, I sold double glazing for 21 years. Twitter's a walk in the park, YouTube and Insta and all that, it's all a walk in the park. I genuinely do not care about hate comments. So I do appreciate people look out for me. I get it, and it is appreciated. But listen, I'm a big boy. I've got thick skin. You have to be if you knock on people's doors for a living. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone who has helped me kind of like fulfill a dream in a way, because it's always been a dream of mine to move to Spain, and I'm now doing that. So yeah, thank you very much. The videos will continue as normal. That ain't going to be no drama, even though I live there. They do have Wi-Fi there, and I will be uploading as normal. So yeah, the channel will continue to grow. I will be doing the FIFA stuff as well while I'm out there. I'll be buying a PS4 when I get there, and we'll be streaming some FIFA on that. So yeah, thank you very much. Anybody who wants to see my team, who's asking to see my team, I'll put it up quickly for you. That's my team at the moment. Leno, Tierney. Oh, Tierney's very good on this game, by the way. Davinson Sanchez, Eric Bailly, Wan-Bissaka, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Sissoko. Oh my God. All the people who watched my stream the other day and told me get Sissoko, they were not lying. That guy is so overpowered on this game as a joke. And then Maddison, Callum Wilson, I'm not convinced by him. Vardy's decent. The bench is pretty dead, if I'm being honest. I've got no coins and no FIFA points. So yeah, Gelson Martins, Hazard, Ibra, and Vinicius Junior, and Hazard's alone. So yeah, there's my team. Anyway, enough of that. Let's read some of your comments out about Ozil. Genuinely, let me ask you this, right? Do you think that he will go in January? That's the first thing I'll ask, and I'll go through some of the comments on that, and then I'll ask you a couple of other things. What's going to be your local club in Spain? Well, probably Malaga, mate, to be honest with you. That's probably the closest team. So yeah, and do you know what? I wouldn't mind actually going and seeing a few Malaga games. I've been to their stadium before. It's kind of nice. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back onto Ozil. I sold double glazing with you in 2000 in Zenith for Zenith Windows. Did you really? Bruv, that was the good old days, man. That was when it was just light work. That was ruthless. That company was a good company to work for. I can't even lie. Shamak is better than Ozil. Afternoon to you, Sergio. I hope you're very good, mate. I genuinely appreciate that as well. My gamer tag for anybody asking is Wordier, WORDIER player 25. All one word. Wordier player 25. Do not give up on Arsenal. Come on, bruv. Listen, I've supported this club over 30 years. So Bira says Ozil is done out here. DVS Dallas. Ozil out in January. Bring Thiago Alcantara in from Bayern. He's a good player, actually. He's a good player. I'd be open to that. Listen, there's a lot of good players out there that play in midfield. Kai Havertz is another one. That guy's going places. Absolute baller. Every time I've seen clips of him, I don't watch German football, but every time I've seen clips of him, he looks absolutely fantastic. Lee, I think he has been asked to leave. He is going to fight it out and won't leave in January. Well, listen, that might be the case, Cobstar. I'll take all else bin Ozil. Definitely him and Emery have obviously had some huge row post-match after Watford. He has only played in the League Cup since. I sense a loan to AC Milan will go through. Well, listen, there's definitely something that's happened there, Matt. Yeah, 100%. There's something that's happened. To me personally, I think it was the Europa League final. When he strolled off of that Europa League final in Baku, as if we were 3-1 up, I think Emery was done. Yeah, he gave him chances. You know, we see over the course of last season, he was dropped for a hell of a lot of games. And then Ramsey got injured, so it sort of forced him into playing him. Yeah, it forced Emery into that. And he played 24 league games, or took part in 24 league games last season. Let's not forget that. Yeah, that's 2/3 of the games. You know, and he didn't really have a great deal of impact on it. He then played the Europa League final, and he was probably better off staying at home. Yeah, we would have got more chance of winning without him. And then this season, he started against Watford and he started against Nottingham Forest. That is it. Literally, that is it. So the same definitely happened there. Sir.M, thank you for your generous donation, mate. Good move for him. He'll still be playing football in one of the top leagues. And good for us. We'll be getting some wages off the bill. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. And listen, I think he would look good in Italy. He'd have more time on the ball. He'd be able to do what he does. He can't do that. This league is so intense. It is unreal. Granit Xhaka's another one. He would look fantastic over in Italy. Time and space on the ball. They don't press you high. They don't all necessarily play with a 4-3-3 formation, which is something that we tend to do a lot in the Premier League. They don't all try to passing out from the back. They all have different formations as well. So yeah, I think it would be a good move for him. It'd be a great move for us because it's the last of the squad that played, I think, in the 2014 final. I think he's the last member of that squad still here. So it'd be good for us because then it is a completely new Arsenal, you know. Maybe get rid of Xhaka in the summer, maybe get rid of Kolasinac, and then we are 100% a new squad. And I think it needs to be done. Listen, at the end of the day, he ain't going to go on forever, is he? So I think it's time. It's time for him to go. Lee Ozil will go to AC Milan. Evening budget music. I hope you're good. He hasn't had a consistent run of games. Well, he hasn't this season, linking fans to football, but last season he did. And he failed to deceive. He filled in for Aaron Ramsey when Ramsey was injured. And he didn't really do a great deal, if we're all being honest. Danny Ceballos or Mesut Ozil, says Jeremiah. Evening to you, mate. Well, Ceballos all day long, mate. He's the future of football, isn't he? You know, Mesut Ozil's on the way out of football. He ain't going to be going on forever, is he? 2 games, 350 grand a week. Seriously, says Stephen. Evening to you, mate. I hope you're good. Lee, well done in achieving your dream. I like the videos you upload. However, I have to disagree with selling Jose. I knew there was going to be a however in there, Jay, yeah? Tactics have caused a lack of creativity in the team. Aubameyang doesn't get lots of shots. I do kind of agree with the lack of creativity, but at the same time, I think that's more down to the fact that Emery wants to play with wing backs like Liverpool do. And until we get Tierney back and until we get Bellerin back, both properly into the team week in, week out, it's going to be a struggle. Because other than Ozil, who does it when he wants, we haven't really got a creative midfielder. Ceballos has only just come in, so we give him a little bit of a pass for a couple more weeks or a few months and see how he gets on because he's bedding himself in. But until we get the team Emery wants, it's always going to be a problem, especially if he doesn't want to play Ozil. And I understand why he don't want to play him. Maybe the board have said, don't play him. Maybe they've said, no, we ain't paying him. Maybe he's on some sort of contract where he gets for another 50 grand a week or something. And maybe he's not on 350 a week. Maybe he's on, I don't know, 250 a week and he gets another 100 grand if he plays twice a week. I don't know. Maybe the club are just saying, look, don't play him. Don't play him. We'll save the money. We're going to buy someone else. I don't know. But Lee, the best young baller is Vinicius Jr. I think Ozil is class, but him and Emery don't get along. And Mesut needs to fight his way back to where he was. But anyway, the days of Ozil will be done, says Ibrahim. Well, listen, I agree. Vinicius Jr. is a good player, by the way. But I agree. It's done. It's done now. And my haircut does look pink. Thank you, Daniel. But you've got to stop your Ozil agenda. He's not as bad as some people make out. Well, he isn't as bad as people make out, but at the same time, he's not as good as people make out. And you know, it's kind of a weird one because on one side of the fence, you've got people that will defend him more than their family. Then on the other side of the fence, I go in on him because I expect better. Yeah, and there's no sort of middle ground with him. People won't just sit there and say, "Oh, well, yeah, he's actually all right, but he's not been good enough." And the people that defend him will never, ever, ever say he's played crap. They'll blame every other person around him before they blame him. Whereas when he plays good, I always say he plays good. So So there we go. JBO, thanks for your donation, mate. Appreciate that. It's time for some fans to realise that nobody's bigger than the club. The Gazidis Wenger banter era is over. If a player has to go, just accept it. Well, this is the thing, and thank you for that, mate. I hope you're good. This is the thing. No player is bigger than the club. And I don't have a favourite player. I have a player that I like. Listen, I like Lacazette. I think he's quality. Yeah, but I'm not going to be a fanboy for Lacazette. You know, if Lacazette got sold, I ain't going to cry about it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, it's football. That's what happens. Things happen. Transfers happen. You know, Mustafi came out the other week and said in an interview that we covered on this channel. Yeah, and I felt a little bit sad for him with some of the stuff he was getting. You know, and he said that he had offers this summer and it weren't right for him, so he stayed. It weren't right for him and it weren't right for the club. So yeah, you know, these things happen. Pepe is a beast in FIFA 20. Mate, the amount of people that smashed me up with Pepe and Delafeu, man, I swear. This game's really winding me up. Although saying that, I still haven't even played 100 games online yet. So I'm just trying out different formations to see which one I can get along with. I'm currently on the 4-1-2-1-2, as you can see just behind me. I'd cry if Laka went. Well, he might have gone to Zenit St. Petersburg if we'd done that deal. Bring back Mickey from Roma and give him Ozil. I wouldn't want either of them, mate, to be honest. 6-1. I don't want Mickey back. I rated Ozil back in the day highly, but not as much now, says Denise. Evening to you. FIFA is broken. Mate, this game's a joke. Seriously. Do you know what? I said this a couple of times, right? When it first came out, the first 48 hours, it was officially released from the Friday to the Sunday. Yeah, the game was the best FIFA I've ever played. It was fantastic. It was quick. It was fresh. It was fluid. Passes, shooting, defending, tackling, the whole thing. Every single thing. Player switching the lot. They then patched it a couple of times after that, and the game is just so slow. You know, the shot delay on Rivals is ridiculous. You go to take a first-time shot as the ball's coming across, and they take a touch, and then next thing, the keeper's pounced on it, and it's like, why ain't it going in? But maybe it's just me. I don't know. I saw your Insta story, moving to Spain or visiting. No, I am moving to Spain, Brendan. I'm moving to a place near Calahonda. It's where I went in the summer. It's where I went in August. Well, July, I didn't go there. I just went to see a mate who lives there. And then August, the last time I went to Spain, August/September. I was looking when I was out there, to be honest with you. But yeah, I found somewhere now. That's all done. Got a nice apartment sorted out. So yeah, I'll be out there on the 1st of November, full time. So I can't wait, if I'm being honest. It's going to be exciting. Like I said, the videos will continue as normal. 450 people are watching. I'm going to do another 10 minutes of this. So do stick a like on the video. Do drive them up. Do subscribe if you're new as well. I will be back at 9 o'clock tonight. I know England are playing. I couldn't care less. I was bored watching that the other night, so I'm not going to be doing a watch along for it. Santi Prime or Ozil Prime? Well, that's kind of a tough question, NS Gamer, yeah, because we haven't seen Ozil's prime at Arsenal. So if you're talking about Arsenal, which is what I'm talking about, then we'll go Santi. If you're talking overall, then Ozil. Why do you use Spurs players on Ozil? Why do you use Spurs players on Ozil? Why do you use Spurs players on FIFA? I use Spurs players on FIFA because I want to have the best team, and Sissoko's overpowered, mate. Davison Sanchez is pretty decent as well. So yeah, that's why I'm using them. When I've got enough coins, I'll be ditching both of them. And hopefully by sort of January time, we'll have a proper team on it, a super team with some icons, like proper icons and that. So I'll plow a few quid into it in the new year, and we'll give it a proper good shot. But between now and then, I'm just going to have to do what I'm doing. Ceballos is a box-to-box. Trust me, I've watched him for games for Betis. He doesn't create enough. He just has the worst crossing in the squad. And he has the worst crossing in the squad. Pepe had to show him how to cross. Ceballos. Let me read that again. Have I read that wrong? And he does not create enough, and he has the worst. Yeah, he did. You did say he has. Do you think he's got the worst crossing, Sibstar? Do you think Ceballos has got the worst crossing? Chris P, thank you for your donation. It has just disappeared. There it is. What's up, Lee? Did you see we were in for Dawson's nephew? No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. I'll Google that when I'm done on this stream. I haven't seen that. I hope you're good, mate, by the way. I'll have a look at that. Was Emery on drugs when he was thinking that he could sell Laka? Laka is the future of Arsenal, says Ibrahim. Well, he is only 28, so he has got a few more years left, definitely. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch England play. Mate, I did it the other night, and I so knew they were going to lose, even though they went 1-0 up. It was just embarrassing. They wanted it more. They always raise their game against England, these teams. So fair play to them. Evening, Evan. You're in the missus and kid moving to Spain. Fair play. The little one ain't. The little one ain't. She lives with her mum, mate. But yeah, it's funny. It's kind of funny how it's worked because I'm actually going to see her more than living in England, which is kind of ironic. But yeah, it's all good. It is all good. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I am buzzing. I'm moving. Ozil or Ramsey? Ramsey for me. Dylan, Ramsey. Ozil is only good at home, says Denise. Ozil in his prime was untouchable, says Arsenio Wonga. His prime was at Madrid, though, man. I don't think we've seen the prime Ozil. When we signed Ozil, I was the happiest guy on the planet. Yeah, and it hasn't really panned out. And that's why it's left a bad taste in my mouth, because like I expected such big things after watching Spanish football and seeing him week in, week out just take the wholesale mick in that league. And he came here, and it's just every now and again he's done it. He has a good run of 3 or 4 games. Everyone blames Giroud, but then sings for Giroud to come on against us. Make out we've loaned him to Chelsea when it was a deal that was done for money. Make out that we haven't got proper runners in front of him. So we get Aubameyang, we get other players, Lacazette. We had Sanchez around him. Then it's, oh, but we need a proper defensive midfielder. Always an excuse since he's been at Arsenal. And it's just not good enough. At the end of the day, he used to grab games by the scruff of their neck at Madrid. He's never done that for Arsenal, in my opinion. How are you going to live in Spain when England are leaving the EU? Do you have dual nationality? Mate, I don't even care about Brexit. I genuinely couldn't care less about Brexit. I don't care when we're coming out, whether we're staying in. I don't vote. I am not interested one bit. But all I know is I've signed a contract for a 1-year agreement on an apartment. So I'm tied into that, and I'll be moving on the 1st of November. And I genuinely am so excited to go out there. It's always been something I've wanted to do. It's currently 26 degrees out there today. And where I'm sat, it's freezing cold, it's raining, and I can't wait to get my skin nice and golden again. Is Thomas Partey your choice for DM, says Zeppa Zep? Well, he is a very good player, so yeah, I wouldn't be against that for sure, mate. I think Decore and Ndidi are very good players as well. Thoughts on Ziyech? Sorry, Zach Medley, I think you mean. I read that as Ziyech. I think he's good. He ain't good enough for Arsenal just yet. Evening TD shifts, I hope you're good. Golden Gunner is going to be back again. Cool, Sabu. Come on, man. Golden child. Will you start a career in Spain? Mate, this is now officially my career. So I'll be continuing with the videos, mate. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Emery is going to destroy our beautiful football style. Well, I don't think we've seen the beautiful football style for maybe since 2008. Was that the last time we played good football? We should have, or maybe 2016 when we should have won the league. I'm going to do the Ian Wright icon swap. Do you know what? I've been that disassociated with this game. I didn't even know that there was icon swaps. I don't even know how you get them. I don't even know what to do with it, if I'm being honest, because I've hardly played it. So I will get on and play it, and I will fully get it up to speed properly on the channel as well. So nearly 500 people watching. Do crush the like button for me. I do appreciate it. Do subscribe if you're new. I will be back at 9 o'clock. I'm going to wrap this up within the next 5 minutes or so. I'm going to continue to read out some of these. Ozil is getting the Ben Arthur treatment at PSG. Well, Ben Arthur is one of the most overhyped footballers I've ever seen in my life watching football, to be fair, Elias. Fantastic when he wants to be, but his attitude stinks. I thought about it, and I'd rather watch my parents doing it than watch England. Come on, Chris. Bruv. Seriously, bruv, that's mad. Thanks again, though. I do appreciate it for you. Who do you think will win the Champions League? I don't know, if I'm being honest. Real Madrid are always there or thereabouts. It's going to be hard for them this time round. I think Man City and Liverpool got a great chance. So yeah, Rambo or Ceballos? Rambo, mate. Rambo. Greetings from Somaliland. Big up yourself, Hassan. Before Eduardo broke his leg, we was playing the most gangster football I've seen since the Invincibles. That is very, very true, Arsenio Wonga. That football, and it's a shame he broke his leg because he was a very good footballer. And we probably would have won the league that season. So it's a bit of a shame, really, how it all panned out. But it's a myth that we've played good football for a long, long time. We haven't. We play good football for maybe 2, 3, 4 games, and then it goes back to dead football. To be honest, I couldn't care less if we play good football. I just want to see winning football, whether that's 1-0 or not. So, Ziyech or Isco? I've always loved Isco, Zep. Are you looking forward to Saliba? Says Corey. Yeah, I am actually. He looks like he's pretty decent. I can't even lie. He looks very good. Ceballos is a good player, but his corners are trash. Always hit the first man. Says Sibs. They have actually. I'd take him off a corner duty. I'd get maybe get Pepe on there. The last time Pepe took a corner, it ended up in a goal. Ozil replacement. I'd go and buy a winger. Maybe Ozil's replacement could be Zaha. I don't think we need a number 10. So yeah, maybe Zaha, mate. Although I don't rate Zaha as highly as a lot of you guys. Football's going down the 4-3-3 with 3 proper midfielders and no number 10s really. I know that Coutinho can play there and James Rodriguez and Havertz and players like that, but they're a dying breed, man. Even if you look, Maddison could be a baller, but I think Maddison's more of a number 8. He's more of a Ramsey type player than a number 10, Krish. Draxler would be decent. Do you know what? We've been linked with that guy for about 10 years, haven't we? Every summer, we're linked with Julian Draxler. Let's go and get Draxler. Every single summer. Isco all day long. Ziyech is a winger, really. Well, that's a good point. Isco's a baller, man. I genuinely love Isco, man. That geezer's such a sick footballer. He can literally sit people down for fun. But thanks again, Chris. I do appreciate it. Scores goals from corners, high curve and aim just past the post with full power. High curve and aim just past the post with full power. Really? Thank you very much for that, Lee. Good name, by the way. Good advice. I'll be doing that in a minute. Big respect to you. Thank you, 6-1. D Serve, Zaha or a centre-back in Jan. I've said this before. I think that we don't really have problems scoring goals. I think that our problem is defensively, but I think that's more to do with midfield. I think we need a defensive midfielder over anything, D Serve. People are obsessed with this identity thing. I couldn't care less about the style of football if we get Champions League football this season, says SR.M. Thank you again for your kind donation, mate. Thank you. And I agree. Identity is irrelevant. I don't care how we play. Winning's winning, whether it's by an inch or a mile. So if we play poorly and win, I don't care. Did you watch the grand final on Saturday, mate? No, I didn't, Jamie. I hope you're good, mate. Do you think we should sign up Mancano and bin off Luiz and Socrates, says Jay? I think that if we do go and sign up Mancano, then it's going to be him and Saliba. So where does that leave Holding? Let alone David Luiz or Socrates. I think they'll be gone anyway in the summer. But where does that leave Rob Holding? Is he going to be happy playing second fiddle to them? I'm not so sure he will. Lewandowski has scored more goals than Man United this season. Says Arsenal for life. That's jokes. No point getting a defensive midfielder because no way Xhaka's going on the bench. Or he might be sold next summer. Well, I'm hoping he'll be sold next summer. I would rather watch Chris P's parents than SmackDown, for God's sake. On that note, on that bombshell, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Listen, thank you. There was nearly 500 people watching at one stage. Still over 470 now. Drive the likes through the roof. Do subscribe. I will be back at 9 o'clock. We'll speak about something new again at 9 o'clock. And go and subscribe to League Gunner Gaming. That's in the description. So thank you very much to everyone who was in the chat for the donations as well. That's always appreciated. Thanks for all the kind words as well. And I will be back at 9 o'clock. So laters, peeps.